Welcome back to Judicious Learners. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do well to strike the subscribe button. Okay, so we want to delve into the constraints based on the coda of a syllable. Coda constraint. Coda means what? The final consonant in a syllable. So, what are the different restrictions as long as the rules of English sound are concerned? Now, let's look at it. We have Phonotactics of English language, Coda constraints ending of a syllable. So, Coda suggests the ending of a syllable. Right, so what is the first rule when it comes to the final position of a syllable? English allows up to 4 consonant clusters in coda. So at the level of the coda in a particular syllable, we can only have 4 consonant clusters. That is 4 consonant sounds at the same position. We cannot have more than 4. We can't have 5, but we can have 4, 3, and 2. So we cannot have more than 4. So that is the major rule when it comes to the level of coda in a syllable. A typical example of a word with, okay, let me call it a syllable with this kind of coda, a coda with 4 consonant cluster is text, text, and strength. So in these words, you have the consonant clusters. You pronounce all of these in one breath or in one beat. The same thing with strengths, strengths. So these are consonant clusters, consonant clusters. So you can only have the limit of 4 consonant clusters in English language. No word in English language has more than 4 sounds at the end of a syllable. Another very important point to note is that not all consonant combinations are possible. The fact that we have 24 consonant sounds in English language does not imply that we can have a cluster of any 2 consonant sounds. We have certain sounds that cannot go together. So even when we have consonant clusters, it is not all the consonant sounds that can cluster. We have certain ones that cannot go together in words, depending on the phonotactics of English language. That is the rules governing the arrangement or combination of sounds. So we cannot have a combination like t at the same position. No, can never happen. You can have this at syllabic junction, but not in the same syllable. But we can have something like nk. We can have these 3 as a consonant cluster in a word like length, length, strength. We can have it there, but we cannot have this one and many other combinations. So it is important to also consider the ones that are possible and the consonants that cannot cluster. Another one is voicing matters. When it comes to vibration of the vocal cord when a sound is articulated, I talked about this earlier. There are certain effects it has on the next sound in its environment. So context matter as well in the choice of consonant sound in a particular syllable. Sequel to that fact, we have words like cat. Cat ends in t, and the t sound is voiceless. Hence, we realize the letter s as s. Unlike what we have in dogs. In dogs, we have the g sound before the s suffix. Hence, the s suffix is realized as z. So, This is different from this because of the last sound that comes before the suffix in this word. So here we have cats, dogs, fox, trees, meats, comes. So there is difference between what we realize here and what we realize here as a result of context, the situation, the sounds within the environment. So these affect the pronunciation of different words. Hence, I would like you to pay attention to the rules of English language, thus the phonotactics of English language. Consider what we have, the arrangement of sounds when it comes to the onset, the arrangement of sounds, and the restrictions when it comes to the nucleus, and moreover, the arrangement of sounds when it comes to the coda. I want to believe you've learned a lot from this video. Okay, let me see your reaction in the comment section. Remain your very own teacher Dixon.